Hi, my name's Terrel Leeuwen. This is my one-man solo show up at the Manifold Davis Arts Center. This is my work that I do. It's done with Conte crayon on mounted board. This piece particularly is about the incomplete history of everything, and it talks about we're looking back at a historical scene here, a facade, a Roman facade, and the little black chips are kind of the what represent the blank spots that we have in our history, and that's basically what this piece is about. So this piece is about the way in which we interact with the world. The rhinos, of course, are an endangered species, and sometimes as man we touch nature, and the way in which we touch nature may not be what's appropriate for nature. So he's lost in our treatment of him. So this is a series that I created this year. It's basically images of the Buddha. What I try to do with each image is bring kind of a different quality as to what I feel is coming through with the Buddha. It was kind of a fun project to do. You know, it was kind of like to make each individual piece come through and have its own story, but the whole story comes through. So this is called the Swivenry. It's Old English for it's an old English word about like dreams or visions. So I thought it was kind of an interesting word to use on this. So there's 13 of the monoliths here, which is a number used throughout history of what things are sacred. So, and one thing in like Japanese bonsai gardens is that there is a spot in which you can stand, in which you see every single piece in a bonsai garden. And that's how I designed this piece, was that you could see all 13 pieces at once from a single point. This is one that I did for 2020. It was one I thought about for a while. It's the idea that things are not as they should be. Things are upside down, but then they're straight, then they're right side up, but then they're upside down again. So it's kind of like that feeling we all had during 2020, is that not quite understanding where we were looking at the world. It was a confusing time. So that's basically what this is talking about. I've always been interested in the way in which we as human beings go in our lives as circles. We get up in the morning, we do our circle, we come back, we go back to our bed, we complete our circle. And that can be said about a day, or a month, or a decade, or a lifetime. So when I'm using a circle, I always feel like that is kind of a representation of the circle of life, of the circle in which we move through. So this piece is that circle, and what's inside is the veil collapsing. So once we've completed our circle, that veil collapsing, and we can see kind of the world beyond our own existence. So that's what this is talking about. So this is my drawing I did again representing 2020. I wanted to do something, I guess, to remember the year by and how how it affected everyone, you know, throughout the world, you know, and the forest fires and the problems we're experiencing. And I kind of want to, you know, hope that people make those decisions to create a better world than what we've seen in the past. So that's big. So this one is called Looking for the Details. For whatever reason, Stanley Kubrick's 2001 always spoke to me as a film that I love and still love today. So if you look closely, there's a monolith in the picture. So Looking for the Details kind of talks about, you know, this picture that's been treated like an old photograph, and if you do look for the details, you can find the meaning within the picture. The large drawing over here is called Dark Matter. The way in which we look at the universe, they can measure dark matter. They know it exists, but they don't know what it is. And again, the symbol of a monolith is in the picture, and I'm sure very few people see the monolith. So this is again part of my Buddha series that I did. Each one of them, I tried to make a different feeling, but have that feeling of the Buddha come through. Again, this is what I use, the circle, as part of our circle, our journey through life. Anytime you see the Buddha on his right-hand side, he's on his deathbed. So he has gone through the cycle of his life and is about to move to the next existence. So, again, it is like an old photograph and old statues and things that I find appealing. So.